Alright, that should do the trick, I hope, maybe, potentially. So, hello everyone, it's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed code here. And I would like to welcome you all back to the game that will continuously prevent me from doing what I've been meaning to do for so long, which is reduce the number of streams. Can you imagine that? I still cannot reduce the number of streams. And there goes Spinne once again doing the very thing that's constantly reminding me that I need to get rid of the question of the day. I did have a glance at it. Yes. I was unaware that they worked on that IP as well in some way or another. But yeah, at this point I think I might as well just abandon the question of the day command, because I just have to think of a new one every single time. And it doesn't get answered half of the time anyway. And the worst case scenario is exactly what just happened there. Triggering it without it actually doing anything. Because at least if it does, if the command isn't used, I can reuse the question of the day for another stream. But once it's used, it's out. And the thing is, it's just been a continuous thing where for most streams, question of the day. Okay, here's the question. No engagement with it. Okay, I gotta come up with a new question that also will get no engagement. Which is why I hate that command. It's just stupid and there's really no point in keeping it around. But when I asked the question of whether or not it should stay around, it was like, oh yeah, it totally should stay around. And I don't know if it's worth it though. I really don't know. It doesn't seem worth it at all. I like the question of the day. I mean, I get it. It is pretty nice, but it seems... It does seem a little bit like... I mean, I guess it doesn't take me that long to come up with a random question. But I might just start going a little bit more off topic with the questions in the future. So far, I've tried to make the question of the day kind of related to the stream in some way, shape or form. But maybe I'll go a little bit more off topic with them in the future. Maybe that little bit of extra creative freedom will allow me to no longer dislike it as much. You know what, that might be it. Instead of thinking about whether or not I should remove it, I should think about what I could do with it to make me not want to remove it. Anyway, Durin quest, right? Genshin's worst quest ever. Also, Spinne, I doubt you know this before you go into Lurk again. I doubt you know this, but the Hot in a Flash quest thingy. I assume that's not voice acted, right? Question of the day, what's the point? What's the point of anything? What's the point of life? Why are we even here? Just to suffer. You know what, I'll just ask Gabe when he comes by, because I'm pretty sure he will be coming by. Sooner or later. Assuming he hasn't... Assuming he isn't worried about more connectivity issues with his stream. Really weird how it just... He had a little bit of a slight hiccup for a while there. Limbus Company, anyway. Alright, appreciate the lurk. See ya. Anyway, Kirill, how's it going? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Alright, so Durin apparently woke up. We got a notification from Jean that he's awake.
Jean! Hello, you two. I'm glad you got my letter. Durin's awake and waiting on the bench over there. I'm here if you need help. Just give me a shout.
Alrighty then.
Don't worry about us. We'll be fine.
Also, the book is here.
Hey, you two. I just remembered what happened right before I passed out. Thanks for holding me back. I shudder to think what might have happened if you hadn't.
Don't worry about that for now.
I'm fine now. It's just... a lot of people seem to have forgotten me.
Don't worry. We'll figure out a way to fix this. Why don't you start by telling us what happened?
It felt... so strange. After I
Okay.
realized no one recognized me anymore, I suddenly felt like I'd completely lost contact with my body. Abyssal power lies sealed within this body I inhabit. So when I lost my connection to it, I lost control of that power too. It wasn't until
And
I
then
heard
you went
everyone
evil
calling my
mode.
name that I was able to reconnect with my body.
You lost contact with your body? Does that mean there's something wrong with it? Sounds like we need Albedo more than ever.
I don't think the problem lies in Albedo's alchemy.
Huh. But then, why are people forgetting you? Guess that's what we need to figure out.
I think it's got something to do with that book.
That means we need Alice for sure. But it's been ages and she still hasn't been in contact. Now would be
For the
a really
third
good
time?
for a hint.
Alright, Kirill, I guess you're putting in some time into that,
How
huh?
could the story's budding branches even hope to reach beyond the towering walls? Leaving the castle, the witch went off in search of the tallest, grandest tree in the whole world. High up in the canopy of that tree,
I guess we're
she
going to
sought a
Windrise.
resting place, a refuge where the little sapling might take root. Go to that place, for it was there that the sapling felt its first breath of wind.
Huh? Was that another clue? Does that mean the story isn't over yet?
Basically, Miles and the deal.
Leaving the castle. It just
Again,
occurred to me.
really
If this
putting in the
story is all
time,
about
huh?
my own experiences, then wouldn't what happened after I left Simulanka be part of it too?
But how could she possibly know exactly what would happen? And even if she did, how could we know when the story was complete?
Looks like we gotta go back inside the book.
Yeah. Since we can't reach Alice right now, we'll just have to get to the bottom of this ourselves. But first, we gotta figure out where this riddle wants us to go.
The tallest, grandest tree in the whole wide world. Huh. The only place that ever gave me that feeling was the one I ended up in right after leaving Simulanka. They had
Oh, was
great
that
coffee
in...
there too.
So,
And
Sumeru,
so many
right.
books you'd never run out of
I thought
things
we
to
were
read.
sticking to Mondstadt, that's why I thought of Windrise. But I guess if we're going big city, then Sumeru City it is.
Think about it.
Oh, sorry,
Our search in
Sumeru.
Mondstadt began in a library, right? Well, Sumeru City's got one of those too. And it's absolutely huge. What do you say? Should we try looking there?
Huh. That does kind of make sense. And it's not like Paimon's got a better idea.
It's worth a shot at least.
Alright, let's just give Jean and the others a heads up first.
Well, it sounds like you've got a plan, so I won't interfere. All I ask is that you stay safe. Albedo won't be back for some time, and until he is, we can't know for sure how dangerous Durin might be in his current state.
I'm so sorry about what happened before.
I'm
Believe
so
me,
sorry about your
I'm
existence.
not blaming you, and neither is anyone else here. If anything, it's the opposite. We're all just worried about you.
Worried? About me?
Come with me. I want to show you something. As soon as they heard you were awake, they all hurried over to see how you were doing.
You all came to see me?
A little birdie told me you're working on finishing a storybook. So maybe
The
all
two
those
idiots
people
and the
losing their
Klee.
memories is just a plot twist waiting to be resolved.
Miss Lisa, you always seem to know how to put my mind at ease. Please, everyone, don't worry about me. When I get back, I'll find a way to complete my mother's story, and the one we started, too.
Alright. Let's go. All the way over to Sumeru. There we go. Into the library. Let's see what we got in here. How will the story continue from this point on? Who knows?
Whew. After the library hunt in Mondstadt, it's not as if Paimon was expecting this to be easy. But this... yeah... this is something else.
Where do we even begin?
Even the clue this time seemed kind of cryptic.
Let's just take a look around.
Yeah. Guess the best we can do is stay on the lookout for more weird things going on. Huh?
Oh look, it's Hat Guy.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm here to return Volume 5.
According to the catalog, Volume 5 of this series is not available for loan. I can't accept the return of a book that was never checked out in the first place.
Let me put it this way. My copy is complete. Yours, on the other hand, is missing large amounts of content. So you should swap it for mine instead.
Okay then.
Sir, you have to understand. Managing a library is a serious business, and we have protocols in place for this kind of thing.
Yay!
You can't just replace an important volume in our
Thanks
collection
for the
based on
raid.
nothing more than your word.
How was the rest of your stream? Were there any more hiccups with your connection, or did the rest of the stream go well? I hope things went well without any further hiccups, because that was a bit silly. But yeah, hope you had a nice stream. If you got you know, get a rest and everything, take what you need, get something to eat and drink, you know, recover from your stream, do your thing. Oh yeah, I did. By the way, since you're here, Gabe, I want to quickly ask you if you know something real quick. I assume it's not voice acted, but the photography event thingy that is currently going on. Do you know if that's voice acted? I assume it isn't. Ah, so there was a second one. Weird. It isn't. Okay. Well, I hope that was just a one-time hiccup today, or I guess two-time hiccup. Fingers crossed that whatever was going on was not something that'll repeat itself going forward.
Hey!
But yeah, appreciate the raid, thank you.
Tom Dragon.
Oh, it's you.
Well, what a surprise.
And, what is it you're doing here?
Ah, in general this week, okay. Weird. Now let's just hope it fixes itself sooner rather than later.
I'm a traveling scholar, as you know. Isn't a library the most natural place for me to be?
Well, the last time we saw you was all the way in Nod-Krai. Paimon just didn't expect to suddenly see you in Sumeru, that's all.
There were some things I needed to come back and take care of. Some documents had gone missing, so I tracked them down, restored them to their original condition. And now, I'm here to return them.
Well, look at Hat Guy go.
Considering what I'm planning to do next, it feels like a weight off my shoulders. What's going on with you, huh? You look like a kicked puppy.
Hat Guy. Ah, at least you haven't forgotten about me.
Doesn't crash during the Triple Z pulls on Friday. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Both for the fact that it doesn't crash and for your luck in the pulls.
What's that supposed to mean?
Durin fills Hat Guy in on recent events.
So it's been getting worse.
Sounds like you know something we don't.
After he left Simulanka, he spent some time traveling Sumeru with me.
Uh-huh.
I was working on several texts at the time, and I stumbled upon something strange. Anytime Durin of Simulanka was mentioned, before long, the record would disappear, which means all the remaining records on Durin are about the evil dragon that fell on Dragonspine.
How did you even discover that?
If I remember
I guess he
correctly,
reads about his friend
Hat
a
Guy
lot.
loved the time he spent in Simulanka so much that he started writing a travel log.
That's besides the point.
Aw.
The fact is, you're not affected by the ley lines of this world. I'm sure you can grasp the implications of what that means.
The things you've done.
His case is different from mine. It's more like the world itself refuses to accept his existence. It started with a few written records, but now, It sounds like it spread to people who never met him, or didn't know him well. At this rate, the whole world might forget him altogether.
Damn. So I'm 62% done with Nod-Krai exploration. Hey, nice. I haven't really started too much on exploring the new areas yet, but I guess I'll get around to that sooner or later.
World?
At least Nod-Krai exploration is a lot easier than most other
Mondstadt.
nations.
And even Hat Guy, too. So that's what you've been worried about all this time? Why didn't you just tell me?
There are more important questions right now. Like figuring out how to fix this.
Yeah, we've been trying for a while now.
That mage clearly cared a lot about her child. She left that book behind for a reason. If you want answers, isn't that the place to find them?
You think that didn't occur to us already? Problem is, we need to find the memory that unlocks the next chapter first.
Mind if I take a look?
You're offering to help us?
I just want to know what secrets this book is hiding. Besides, I've run into a bit of red tape, so I've got time.
Of course. Be my guest.
So, the memory we've been looking for was about you? All along?
Well, ain't that interesting? Go to that place, for it was there that the sapling felt its first breath of wind. 270 stream streak. What the hell even is that? What am I looking at there, Gabe?
The little dragon became
You're
companions
insane.
with a stray cat with dark blue fur. It was a friendship born of all they had in common. He left his castle at the stray's invitation, setting out to explore the world
again,
beyond its walls.
the depiction of Hat Guy as a stray cat will
There,
always
he
remain
grew
perfect.
fond of the
Cat
outside
Guy!
world, eager to make friends and share the story of his life. Taken by the dragon's story, the stray tried to write it down. But he soon realized that no matter how he tried, it would always warp into the evil dragon's tale.
And we're in.
So, this is the world where this chapter takes place? Looks like we're at the top of some kind of gigantic tree.
The story just now.
This one must be about what happened to me when I first arrived in Tevat. No wonder the memory that unlocked it was about Hat Guy. Most of my memories from that period were.
Hold on. Anyone want to explain how I ended up looking like this?
It's perfect.
Maybe you've become a character in the story too.
It appears basically how Durin sees you.
You see me as a stray cat?
A wandering Tom, to be exact. You should count yourself lucky. Of all Durin's friends, your character
When do we get this
is
as an
by far the
unlockable
most
skin for Hat Guy?
memorable.
When do we get Cat Guy as an unlockable skin? They totally have to do that. I don't care if it wouldn't be practical. I don't care if it would be weird for gameplay reasons and everything. Please give us Cat Guy.
Maybe it's because I've known Hat Guy for longer, so my impression of him is more vivid than the others.
Vivid? Then how come you haven't changed one bit?
Guess that means the impression the traveler left was so vivid, it didn't need changing.
Hello, everyone! Ready for today's adventure?
It's the storybook, Durin.
Oh. So you're not playing yourself in this one? Does that mean
Guess not.
the two of you have even more memorable roles to play?
This is Alice's magic we're talking about here.
Where are we going today, kitty cat?
Whatever. Just follow me. Same as always.
Okie dokie! Can we chat along the way?
If you have something to say, just say it.
Was that seriously how the two of you communicated when you first got here?
I mean, it's Hat Guy. You know how this works.
Yep.
Anyway, how do we get ourselves out of here?
Usually, the narrator gives hints to help us figure out what to do. Speaking of which, about time we got some of those, don't you think?
The story's vines had woven themselves together into a giant tree, the boughs of which a little storyless
Oh, so hi
dragon
Gwen,
now
how's it
paced,
going?
homeless among its leaves.
Hope you're having a great day.
He had to find a way to
Happy to see
leave
ya.
this place and set off in search of a home of his own. If he stayed, the world would erase him from its memory altogether.
To leave this place? But
Doing
where am I
well.
supposed to go?
Doing well. Just would rather be playing anything other than
The
Genshin.
little dragon
But
felt
that's besides the
completely
point.
lost. Just like the vines, the road ahead branched off into different directions, twisting and turning before disappearing into the mist. But as luck would have it, a prophetess waited up ahead. Perhaps she might know where each path might take him.
Alright, let's get walking then. Or flying, rather.
Oh, you must be the little lost dragon.
It's true. My friends and I are lost.
This meeting was no accident. The prophetess was in fact the seer witch, here to present her promised gift.
The seer witch.
Yep.
Oh yeah! That's Mona's teacher, right? The old hag?
Insolent child. I am the seer witch, your prophetess, not some old hag.
Sorry!
Old hag sounds better.
Now, little lost dragon, I have come to bestow the gift I once promised.
True.
Prophecy.
Chances are that Shneznaya will not quite be the conclusion. Chances are there'll still be Khaenri'ah after it.
Hear me now. For my
Even so,
prophecy
part
is
of me
this.
hopes that there's a
One
somewhat
day,
satisfying
the dragon from
endpoint
beyond the castle
after
shall
Shneznaya
be
where
reborn,
I can happily
and
put the
none
game
may
down.
avert its coming.
Let's face it, the game will keep going and going and going, but I'm hoping it'll switch over into a part 2 at some
The
point.
wind took the prophecy and
Where like the
swept it
initial
off
main
into the
story
distance.
concludes with
And
something
so the little dragon was shown a path
and picks up
to
differently.
wander.
That's what I'm hoping for. It'll probably only be in Khaenri'ah after Shneznaya, but oh well. Part of me is hoping that Shneznaya will also have a satisfying end point. Anyway, a path shown by the wind.
As far as I remember, once that alchemist from Mondstadt learned about the prophecy, he chose to stand with you against the evil dragon. So, what does any of this have to do with you being forgotten?
Oh, wise witch of prophecy. Could we trouble you with another question?
As enigmatic as she was elegant, the seer witch spoke no more, for her thoughts had long since returned to the starry firmament above.
Oh, just when we actually needed her.
The seer witch was my mother's friend, so the prophecy she just gave should turn out to be helpful.
Well, it's not like we've got better options. But, if all we need to do is leave this place, which path should we take?
Any ideas, Durin?
Why don't we take a look around?
As enigmatic as she was elegant, the seer witch
Okay, that's the same. Well, guess we'll just keep walking forward for now. The thorny bushes, or where the wind blows from. Well, that seems like the evil path, so we're going this way, even though it's more expensive.
The wind kept blowing, but the little dragon had not yet resolved to follow it. Before him lay a foggy path, and where it might lead he could not tell.
Alright.
If we go this way, we'll be heading back to Mondstadt just like we planned. Out of all the options so far, this seems like the safest, right? At least we know what happens next.
He helps stop the evil dragon from returning, gets a new body, makes a whole bunch of friends, who all just forget about him.
But you didn't forget, Hat Guy.
Not yet, at least.
I'm just saying, choosing this path wouldn't solve the main problem. You'd still end up being forgotten.
Huh.
Maybe future chapters hold the answers.
I'm not against choosing this path. I just wonder what secrets it might be hiding.
Let me think about it.
Okay. So you're saying we should maybe check out the thorny path. Which is cheaper, by the way.
Looks like there's another path over here.
The secrets he sought led the stray to discover another path forward.
Which cuts off another path forward, yep.
It seemed to lead away from this place, but each time he tried to follow it, the branches of the tail sent him back to the start.
So the author managed to work this book into the story too. I'll hand it to her. This book is fascinating.
What's going on here?
When I first realized you were being forgotten by the world, I thought it might be because you spent too much time with me. In which case, the only hope of a cure would be to cut our ties for good.
What makes you think that?
Once upon a time, the stray tore apart his own story and was forgotten by the world beyond the castle. He believed the story had cursed him, and that his misfortune had rubbed off upon the little dragon.
The story's curse.
So he thought the fact that he was forgotten affected Durin too.
It was just a suspicion before. But now I think it's something we have to try.
Wait, what do you mean? Try what?
One of the story's branches is a path I can't take. If you follow it out of here, I won't be part of your story anymore. Considering what the strange
we're not
magic
doing
in
this
book is
path.
capable of, making that choice could cut our connection once and for all.
Not this again.
As long as there's a chance it might work, it's worth a try. He's not like me. He deserves for the world to remember him.
What do you think, Durin? We're taking the
Well,
other path,
maybe
right?
Hat Guy has his reasons for thinking that way, but that's not the kind of decision I can make so easily.
Path where the stray cat cannot go. Yeah, I think we're doing the good path.
The wind kept blowing, but the little dragon had not yet.
If we go this way, we'll be out of all the options.
He helped stop.
Oh god, and it repeats the
I'm just
dialogue,
saying.
of course.
Huh.
I'm
Maybe
not
future,
against choosing
yeah,
this
future
path.
chapters. Rely on
Let me
future
think about-
chapters. We're going this way, I've decided.
I still think you should keep going, little dragon. If you leave the castle, you can accomplish something amazing and make a bunch of friends along the way.
Really? Then let's go!
Unable to preserve his story, the little dragon wandered astray. Fortunately for him, a certain prophetess had left behind a prophecy to guide him. The wind took the prophecy and swept it off into the distance, and so the little dragon was shown a path to wander. Following the
Okay.
wind's guidance, the little dragon made his escape. In turn, the prophetess affirmed the little dragon's choice, leaving an extra secret as her parting gift.
Now that you've made up your mind, I shall keep my promise by explaining Fate's little trick. Long, long ago, the gods of the high heavens gave the world outside the castle a magic of its own. They called it storytelling.
Wow, storytelling, such
It was a
magic.
magic of almost unshakable power that governed how people met, grew close, and understood one another. Each person had a story meant for them and them alone. One whose ending was written in the heavens long ago. In truth, your story and the evil dragons are simply two versions of the same tale, and that is something the magic of storytelling cannot abide.
So?
Beyond the castle's walls, your story cannot take root, for the evil dragon's tale has done so already.
The wind took the prophecy and swept it off into the distance, and so the little dragon was shown a path to wander. And we're back.
So, that was the secret?
Huh.
I see.
But, what does that mean?
Does that mean we have to get rid of the story of the evil dragon or something?
You
So
still
that he
don't
can
get
replace it?
Simulanka Durin and Tevat Durin share a special kind of connection. Their fates are mirror images of one another. While they were in two separate worlds, there may have been some mutual influence, but their fates were independent. But when Simulanka Durin came to Tevat, a version of his fate already existed there. So, how can two fates exist at the same time? The answer is, they can't. The rules of this world don't allow it. You can't return a book you never checked out in the first place.
And why did you try to do that?
So, what's Durin supposed to do?
Those mages seem to have come up with quite the ingenious solution. I'm here to make a return.
You're trying it again?
As I said, there's no record of Volume 5 of this series ever being checked out.
Then just think of this as Volume 6. Based on what I know, the author was planning on publishing another volume anyway.
The catalog does have a slot reserved for Volume 6. So, this is it?
Sure, let's go with that. All you need to know is, I'll be the one writing this series from now on.
Oh. Yay, our new writer.
What are you up to this time?
Remember the red tape I mentioned before? Well, I just took care of it. Now, I guess you'll be off to see your alchemist friend? It should be pretty obvious by now. He has the answers you're looking for.
Is that
We
so?
do have a whole bunch of things to confirm with Albedo, that's for sure. But didn't Jean say he'd be gone for quite a while?
I'll join you. Just let me know when it's time to go.
Hat guy?
That sounds like we have
Don't
to wait.
sound so surprised. I'm part of this story too, aren't I? I'm just playing my role.
Well,
What outfit?
yeah.
What outfit?
But it's not that. I just feel like you want to help, but something's holding you back.
When I first realized you were being forgotten by the world, I thought it might be because you spent too much time with me. I even thought cutting our ties might be the only way to fix it.
Why would you think that?
He once made the whole world forget him, so he was worried Durin might be affected by what he did.
It doesn't matter now. Judging from the answer this book has given us, I was probably overthinking it.
Anyway, we're in this together now.
Just as well. With the ley lines
There was a horse
rejecting
outfit
him
for the
like this,
mannequin.
the people who still remember him are his only remaining connection to this place.
I don't interact with the mannequin and the player created content stuff like at all. So
If that last fragile tie was broken,
that might
who can
explain
say
why I
what
never
devastation
noticed.
his unbound body might unleash? And to think I'm one of the people keeping you here, instrumental in helping change your fate. Can't say I saw it coming.
Well, if it's good enough for Hat Guy, it's good enough for me. After all, he is about as odd as humans get.
Excuse me?
With some people, even if you try asking
Technically,
a simple
he's not a
question, they'll
true
always give you a
human,
complicated
because he was
answer.
created as a
And the more
puppet.
you ask, the more complicated it gets. Truth is, Hat guy's just that kind of guy.
But he isn't always like that.
Whatever. All I needed was a yes or no, so we can quit it with all the back and forth.
And wait for news, which, yep, that is where it ends. Alright, so that means we're going back. But before we go back to Nod-Krai, let me just hover over the areas I'm familiar with to see if there's any anecdotes over here. Nope. Probably nothing up here. Yep. Only one more part. Okay, so we're almost done with Durin, thankfully. Okay. So we have one anecdote over here. With a Nefa, that's always nice. We like the robot. And since it's an Nefa anecdote and not an Aino anecdote, that means we shouldn't be repeating the stuff again that we keep repeating all the other times. Where? Ah, right. Picking berries.
3 more to go. Familiar presence detected nearby.
Nefa?
Hello, traveler.
Are you picking laka berries here?
Yes. Aino enjoys eating crumb-kakes made with fresher specimens. The ones at the marketplace today fell below her standards, and that is why I am presently here, carrying out orders to procure them.
How's your humor module?
Thank you for your concern. A few days ago, Aino adjusted my humor module, returning it to its original output.
Why did she undo the upgrade?
Because my efficiency in generating jokes decreased significantly after my first few responses. It was taxing to generate more afterward, and any forced results lacked humor. According to Aino, it is because the creative logic of these jokes is overly chaotic and my logic module cannot comprehend their creative principles. Therefore, I cannot produce content of substance. In order not to affect the logic module's operation, Aino decided to return the humor module's parameters back to normal levels.
I see.
But if you enjoyed my sense of humor from before, traveler, I can notify Aino.
Nope, this is great.
Do you not like these types of jokes?
I know somebody who has that sense of humor.
Is that so? He must be someone of great skill. To
No.
think that he can generate consistently humorous jokes from such bizarre and chaotic creative principles.
Let's talk about crumb-kakes, please.
Of course. If you wish to ask me about adding more sugar to crumb-kakes, my answer is this. Crumb-kake recipes include specific quantities of sugar to be added.
Oh,
Adding too much or too little will affect the taste of the finished product.
Thank goodness. Chat get in Genshin.
Of course. I am scanning the area to determine if it is
ChatGPT,
suitable for a
can't
cooking
read. ChatGPT in
demonstration.
Genshin, yep.
The results
of
are not
course.
favorable.
Except Inefa is superior.
Backup plan activated. I will also write down the recipe and give it to you.
Looks like Inefa's really back to normal.
You're welcome. If you have time, remember to come visit. Although my humor module has been restored to its original parameters, Aino has been researching the creative logic chain of these kinds of jokes. Should she manage to create a joke generation module, I will be able to continue telling jokes. Please look forward to this update, traveler.
I'm not sure if I should be looking forward to that, though. Also, hey! We actually unlocked a new recipe from... Normally these anecdotes don't really give you anything too special, but apparently that anecdote actually unlocks a new recipe. Huh. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. We take those. Flints! Oh, there you are.
This is a good one. Here, take this meat for yourself.
Is this your dog?
Mine? Not at all. It belongs to itself. It sometimes brings me old bones to help with my puzzles. That's all.
Bone puzzles?
I should be clear. While I don't know what bones these are, I can say for certain they don't belong to any humans who slumber here or elsewhere. Bones are another thing that tickles my fancy. Sometimes when I see one that's a bit unusual, I'll pick it up and add it to my collection. Then when I'm feeling bored, I try to connect all my bones and create something whole. A bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You could call it a form of artistic expression. Even though each piece of this bone puzzle picture is unrelated to the next, and indeed they cannot possibly be related, just pondering how best to put them together and create something beautiful is an extremely relaxing process. Then,
he's certainly
one day,
interesting, isn't
an
he?
uninvited guest intruded on the room where I kept my bone puzzle picture. It was none other than the dog you saw just now.
Please say it didn't.
It did. By the time I entered the room, the little intruder had completely dismantled my picture. The second it turned and saw me, it bolted away between my legs.
Such a shame.
Luckily, all was not lost, as I'd already taken a photo of it. And more than that, now that my old puzzle was dismantled, I was free to construct an even bigger puzzle with my growing collection of bones. Which is how I consoled myself at the time. After all, the damage had been done, so why not look on the bright side?
Sure.
The next day, as I was just about to begin piecing my puzzle together, my four-legged guest returned, and this time it brought a mouthful of bones.
As its apology.
I couldn't understand what it was saying, but its intent became clear when it laid its animal bones at my feet and then placed them one by one into my puzzle. After that, it simply sat down and looked at me. After I gave it some cured meat, it got up and left. Ever since then, it's dropped by from time to time to give me bones in exchange for food.
It seems like the two of you have a budding relationship.
I think you might be viewing this with a little too much sentimentality. It's just a dog looking for food, nothing more. I'm a source of sustenance, and luckily for my canine friend, I happen to be relatively generous. Not that that's a bad thing. I view it more as an assistant under my employ. It doesn't speak, and it leaves when I tell it to. That's pretty much everything you could hope for in an assistant.
Wow.
If you'd like, you can give it some meat. Sometimes it sits and waits by your side, which I think probably means it's still hungry. Perhaps it might be a little more friendly with someone such as yourself.
Dog. Dog. Okay. Now. I do kind of want to make a quick stop at one of these as well, while I'm up here. That'll help me with exploration in the future and everything. And I know that this also... I remember from the previous ones that the first time you interact with them, it triggers voice-acted story content, and when you max it out, it triggers voice-acted story content.
Where could they be? This is turning into a major headache.
Iluga! We kind of already somewhat met you. Head of the Lightkeepers Investigation Squad. He is always at the forefront during battle, leading his squad against the Wild Hunt's incursions. He is warm-hearted by nature and constantly looks out for those around him, sometimes to the point of over-worrying. This tendency is driven both by his personality and by an instinct rooted in past experience. To prevent such tragedies from repeating, he has decided to take up the light himself to ensure that the path ahead is illuminated for each and every one of his companions. Getting him in the second half.
What now,
Alright,
boss?
I see.
Forget our brothers and sisters over at the lighthouse waiting to get to work.
I don't think I'll pull
If
for
we
him,
don't
though.
have enough fuel, it's lights out for the entire camp.
Also, hi Dormuse, hello.
We gotta think of something, squad leader.
It goes. Neither good
Don't
nor
worry.
bad. I haven't continued the point where we cut off the previous stream yet.
Head back to your posts. I'll take care of this.
I've just indulged in other
Traveler,
voice-acted story
Paimon,
content.
Good to see you.
Hey there, Itlua! Why is everyone gathered here at the entrance?
Seems like you've got a lot on your plate.
It's fine.
Oh, so he's a
Just a minor
4-star.
issue, really.
Okay.
And I'm already on the case.
Come on, Itlua! You're always trying to fix things by yourself on the down low. Just tell us. It couldn't hurt. Or is it because you're too embarrassed to say?
No, I didn't have to redo it. I haven't actually interacted with it yet.
No way. I just don't want everyone in town worrying about things that I can handle on my own. But since you're both part of the investigation squad now, I won't treat you like outsiders. Still, this isn't exactly the place for a chat. Come on in. I'll tell you more inside.
The slowest walk ever.
I've compiled what data we have on the bases we can still control. My report is over at the command post.
Got it. Thanks, Roland.
How is his walking speed faster than my walking speed? But the game doesn't allow me to run.
Squad leader, our comrades in the east seem to have butted heads with the F2P. They say they're going to send someone over.
Got it. I'll be over as soon as I can.
Gotta use the opportunity while I can get ahead of him.
Jeez, Itlua. Are you always this
Yes!
busy?
He can push me!
Yes. There's just so much work to catch up on.
As long as I just walk in front of him. No! No! He's passing me again.
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask for a while now. What are these vehicle thingies we keep seeing in the Lightkeepers camps? They kind of look like food trucks, don't you think? It'd be awesome if you really could cook up there.
Genshin speedrun tech.
Paimon has a feeling there's more to these things than meets the eye.
I wonder if there's anyone crazy enough to actually try speedrunning Genshin. To any degree. There can't be, right? Maybe it can transform into a battle bot.
For real? You mean the type that'd grab a spoon and start attacking you if you said you didn't like its cooking?
Oh, these? Officially, they're called moon wagons. They're transportation tools we made by modifying Snezhnayan mechanical vehicles. You can think of them as Kuvaki-powered mobile lighthouses. They're not quick by any means, but they save us a whole lot of trouble and manpower when it comes to transporting supplies.
Also, we got it for real, yes.
For cooking functionality, I hadn't actually given that any thought. But you know, if we did install a toaster in there...
Relax, you don't have to take Paimon that seriously.
No. Filling stomachs is a key part of a Ratnik's duties too. Thanks for reminding me of that, Paimon. A proper food truck would save us from having to build makeshift stone stoves just to eat a hot meal.
Right? And that way, you could even hold your own bonfire parties too. Except, everyone does seem really busy. Not sure they'd be in the mood for that.
Actually, I really hope that one day we can. Just the thought of it makes me smile. But that day will have to wait. For now, at least.
Yeah, it's all because of the wild hunt, isn't it?
Yes. Flint's did send word from the south that the strongest wild hunt anomaly we know of has been destroyed with your help. But it continues to cause havoc elsewhere. So there's no easing off for us. Not only must we shore up our bases themselves, we also need to ensure that the roads are clear. Which entails dispatching Ratniki at regular intervals to patrol vast areas of land.
So they have a lot to do.
Just listening to all that is kind of tiring already. You Lightkeepers sure have it tough.
And that's just the basics. The real danger lies with those wild hunt outbreaks that suddenly just appear out of nowhere. Such tasks are all handled by Gramps, Flynn's, Olav, and those guys. I can't have Gramps fretting over every last thing. So I've taken over handling of the groundwork. Honestly, compared to our shortage of manpower, supply prep is nothing. To continue on the topic of food, even the best cook in the world couldn't do anything without ingredients. Over the years, many of our former bases have fallen into disrepair.
At least they haven't fallen into despair.
At the moment, everyone has to shuttle back and forth between our camps and HQ,
as long as you just repair and not
leading to
despair,
fewer
everything
and
is
fewer
fine.
people available for combat deployments.
Got a solution in mind?
Yep, And that's turning this place into a permanent base. And most importantly, what's a Lightkeeper stronghold without a lighthouse?
So, you want to build one here?
Exactly. We'll need it if we're to stand any chance against the Wild Hunt's attacks. Which is
And
easy
that's
to
where
say,
I come in.
but in practice, I think you've seen enough to know it's not going too smoothly.
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot that we were here to help. So, what's the issue?
Well, building our encampment will require lots of fuel and supplies. Generally, we bring it all in on moon wagons, all the way from Pyramida.
Couldn't you get materials from somewhere nearer?
If only it were so simple. The main problem is, we need a special kind of oil refined using Kuvaki. It's true that the plants nearby are full of Kuvaki, and they'll keep us going. For a while at least. But supplying the fuel for a lighthouse is a whole other ballgame. Unfortunately though, there's been no sign of the supplies that should have arrived last night. Valdez is in charge of transport, and he's always been meticulous, so it's unlikely that he got careless and missed the timing or something. And that's precisely why I'm worried that they might have encountered some trouble.
Don't get too worked up. I've seen things like this happen many times before.
There's always a way out of every jam. Even if that means being trapped inside a sealed barrel or getting buried neck deep. Surely this can't be any worse than that.
Don't tell me that's actually happened. I guess I underestimated you two again.
We've been to prison in the Fortress of Meripede as well.
Anyway, we can have a look around. Maybe they've just lost their way.
Maybe so. Anyway, there's no time to lose, so follow me.
Yep, let's move.
I forgot how long these actually go on for. I thought these quests were actually pretty short. I thought these meeting point quests were always were short.
Strange.
Guess I
thought I
misremembered.
just heard something. Almost like...
Well, that's weird. That's the vehicle, all right, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around.
And again, it cut off the dialogue. I hate when it randomly...
Is someone there? Help!
I hate
Please,
when it randomly
help me!
cuts off dialogue. And the game keeps doing that.
Squad leader! Thank the gods you're here! Please, help me!
Valdez, how did you end up here?
It's a long story, but the barrier created by these mandragoras can't be broken from inside, so I've been stuck in here for almost the whole day.
Something about this doesn't quite add up. This place isn't on the main road from Pyramida, nor is it some sort of shortcut. And as for the mandragoras, they wouldn't usually bother passersby unless they were trespassing on their territory. In short, I'd like an explanation as to how you ended up here, and a reasonable one at that, or you might have to stay in there a while longer.
Whoa, you don't usually see it without getting angry. Paimon's kind of scared now too.
We've barely met this guy. Squad leaders gotta have more imposing side after all.
Oh, that's true. Guess being an adventurer really does have its advantages. It's a good thing we're only honorary squad members, or we'd be subject to his discipline too.
All right. Last night, I found the path to our camp blocked by a large group of mandragoras. You know how I like studying insects and plants, squad leader, and it was such a rare sight to see this many mandragoras gathered in one place. I didn't want to miss the opportunity, so I followed them all the way here. But then... I'm so sorry. I'll take responsibility for this, I promise. How about I cover Night Watch for the coming week? No, make that the whole month.
You know, we already have the supplies, so...
What do you mean? You're not just gonna leave me here, are you? Please, I know I was in the wrong.
You know, he does look really sorry. Let's just save him first, alright?
Act 8 is supposed to be after
that.
that.
As it is.
So it's not just me being weirded out by
You're
this.
right, Paimon.
How
can
well
discuss
we
the
know
breaking
this
of
character
regulations after we
already.
get back. For now,
In fact,
let's concentrate on getting him out of here.
at the point I'm at currently in the story, I don't think I've met him at all outside of this quest right now. While he has shown up in the main story, in the main Archon quest thingy, so far I've only seen him interact with Flints, not with me.
I could use your help again, Traveler.
Thank you.
So yeah, at the point where I'm doing this quest right now, we have not met him at all prior to this.
Press the advantage.
God, gotta remember how this shit works. Was it that simple? No. Yeah, there we go.
Where'd all these monsters pop out from?
Let our guard down. Prepare for battle, everyone. Quiet.
I will have order.
Go. Oh, there's the very belated shout out. Oh, there's more. I pressed 2 before pressing Q, but the game didn't register that apparently.
I will have order.
All the light shines bright. Oh, the dawn.
This is order.
There we go. Got him.
Phew! Finally drove out those monsters. What's going on here? Surely they couldn't have been waiting in ambush this whole time.
The Wild Hunt. The Mandragoras. Huh. I get it.
Huh? Have you figured something out, Illawa?
Valdis, I think these Mandragoras trapped you inside the barrier to protect you. They're very sensitive to shifts in their environment. I myself heard some strange murmurs on the way here. Come to think of it, it must have come from the Wild Hunt monsters, who had yet to manifest at that time. These Mandragoras must have detected them very early on, which is why they barred your path and prevented you from continuing onward, only to have you follow them anyway, leaving them no choice but to trap you here for your protection.
I see. So that's what was going on. No wonder they refused to leave the area.
They probably only protected you because they detected the scent of grass and flowers on your person. Perhaps because of all the time you spend around them. Either way, thank you both. There doesn't seem to be any further danger.
So, we did the quest thingy. Does that mean we unlock the meeting point now?
Adorable little fellas, huh? And they didn't even ask for a reward. Imagine if we had them around to watch our backs. We'd never have to worry about being ambushed while opening treasure chests again. You know, putting it like that, it was kind of understandable that Valdis would want to follow them.
Right? Finally, someone understands me.
But that's no excuse for neglecting your duties.
I know, I'm sorry. I'll take whatever's coming to me.
All right, now that we've got him out, let's head back. The others are probably starting to worry. Alrighty, that's the issue resolved and our fuel stocks replenished. Thank you both very much.
Don't mention it. We're part of the team, right?
Speaking of the team, how's Valdis doing?
He neglected his duty while escorting a supply shipment, which is a violation of our regulations. However, he did encounter a pretty dangerous situation related to the Wild Hunt, and we didn't end up suffering any losses. As such, as per his wishes, he'll be responsible for protecting the lighthouse throughout its next month of construction.
Hope he doesn't start slacking off again. Now that she's a member of the team, Paimon's gonna start coming down to check up on him. Oh, and see how the lighthouse is coming along too. Speaking of
course.
which, Paimon wonders what it'll look like once it's all done.
It
Thanks
won't
for
be
the
as
lurk.
impressive as the one at Final Night Cemetery, that's for sure. Still, it'll be bright enough to serve as a beacon to guide travelers through the night. So long as we're able to keep people safe, whether from the Wild Hunt or anything else, our efforts will not have been in vain. Anyway, I should go back to sorting through our archives. All that work isn't gonna do itself.
No rest for a Ratnik, huh?
Don't worry, we won't be this busy forever. We should be able to put our feet up a bit once this place is up and running.
In that case, we'll help you out. That way, it'll be done in no time.
Your help would be most welcome, believe me. But I'm sure you've got a lot on your plate.
We got
And
this.
asking you to come all this way
Let's see
just
how
to do
high I
our
can
work
level it
for
right
us,
away.
It wouldn't feel right. How about this then? If you find anything useful during your adventures and you happen to be passing by, feel free to drop it off.
Come on, it's no biggie. Like you said, we're squad mates now. Isn't that right, Traveler?
In that case, let me say again that it's an honor to have you as my squad mates.
Alright. Meeting point unlocked, right? Yup. There it is. So now we see how high we can level it up right away. Alright. Construct. Increase to level 1. We got the compass. Ah, right, I can... Right. It's not just because of how much I... Right, I have to also get exploration progress. I can't just immediately power it up to the max level because I have... As you can see, I have a lot of the currency. But I need the percentage as well. Shame. I don't know why I suddenly felt the need to grab this now. But yeah, now we're continuing on with the main story. That's what we're all here for, after all. After all, there's still a weekly boss to unlock. Which, yes, that means I missed out on the weekly boss for the first week. Can you believe that? I missed one of the weekly boss fights? Impossible. Let's see if we can actually unlock it today.
Lady Arlecchino, word has reached us.
Alright, we've
The only
heard
thing
this
is,
dialogue last time.
as you wish.
Okay, now we're caught up to speed. Ooh. And her charge attack goes into a... Again, this is the first time I've ever played as her, so... Well, not entirely true. I think she, you know, trial stages and everything, but... Damn, okay. That's nice mobility.
It's been a while, Arlecchino. You look well.
It has been a while. When have we last seen Child?
Did Durin really have to build his lab right on the sole path between Snezhnaya and Nod-Krai?
I should have done her demo. I always do all the character demos. Because I want the Primo Gem rewards. But I don't think I've ever, like, done her hold move where I, like, glide around like that.
Sounds like an arduous journey. I assume you've brought word from Her Majesty?
Of course, all part of the job. Firstly, the Tsaritsa has authorized F2P Internal Affairs to review Dottores' case. They will reach a formal verdict on whether he has turned traitor and whether he poses a threat to Snezhnaya. While they're working on
So
that,
last time we saw him,
I've
he
been
wasn't
ordered to
even
come and
there.
receive the refugees from Nod-Krai.
They are nearby. My team will escort you to them shortly.
Great. Aside from that, Her Majesty has a message for you and Sandrone personally. Huh? Where is Sandrone?
She stayed behind to work since I was making the trip anyway. It seemed sensible to have one person on standby at base while the other came out to meet you.
On the Chino story quest.
All right. Guess that's just how she rolls. In that case,
So we haven't
tell
seen
her
him
that
since
the Tsaritsa's
Fontaine.
decree this time is pretty awesome
Essentially.
sounding. I think she'll like this one. Still, I wonder what... Wait, what's that? Did one of our troops turn into a monster?
Take him out.
Oh wow, two characters I don't have. Whoop.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
This is where you fall. Overruled.
You've gotten stronger, Arlecchino. Nice.
Stop that right now. I appreciate the praise, but I am not fighting brutally.
I knew it.
Oh, and a third one. Because why not?
Laid bare.
There we go.
I can't believe it. He was a living, breathing human one moment, and the next?
Another fine piece of work by our dear colleague, I'm afraid.
What in the world has been going on in Nod-Krai?
A lot. But long story short, Dottore stole 2 moon marrows that should have belonged
Wondering
to
why they
Columbina,
weren't.
then built a 3rd moon marrow of his own to concentrate the Tri-Lunar Authority in his
Yes,
hands.
Gabe. Absolutely. While you're playing as 2 Fatui Harbingers, you should always attack the Fatui, and not the monsters.
People build roads and houses, not moon marrows. What's his next
But I
DIY
admit,
project?
my
You gonna
first
build a
few
god?
steps as the combat started, you might have seen it, my first 2 steps were towards the Fatui, and then I course corrected to the
You
monster.
could stand to be less surprised. We are harbingers. The work we are engaged in makes the creation of gods seem mundane by comparison. I tell everyone who asks that you once crossed swords with Rex Lapis while serving as a key supporter for Rosaline's plan. But right now, you're acting like a common adventurer.
Thanks for speaking up for me. Those 2 really took me for a ride back then. Then again, surely no common adventurer would manage to get tangled up with them the way I did. That's gotta count in my favor, right?
It almost sounds like you wish to repeat the experience. I might have to lower my opinion of you.
No. I'll stop talking. Please, go on.
Dottore is currently still experimenting with his newfound power in ways that continue to corrode the outside world. As for the human mutation, I believe this is simply a consequence of his experiments, and not a strategic move. That radiant beast was once a subordinate of Sandrone's. I suspect he was only allowed to live so that he could become an experimental subject. Also, those of us who fought Dottore have been afflicted with a curse. As such, I cannot leave Nod-Krai.
This is so much worse than I thought. No wonder Her Majesty's decree is so extreme. While these exceptional circumstances persist, the Harbingers are hereby authorized to use unilateral executive powers. Should Dottore pose a threat, Arlecchino and Sandrone are permitted to eliminate him.
My
there you
thanks
go.
to Her Majesty. I will pass these good tidings on to Sandrone.
Her Majesty
Yay!
has also declared that
Murder
she will
is now
refrain from launching an
allowed.
attack on the now evacuated Nod-Krai due to the presence of unretrieved research material.
A wise decision.
By the way, how's my old partner doing? I'm assuming they're with you?
Partner? You mean the Traveler? I'm afraid I have bad news. He was captured after our failed assault in Dottore's lab. His whereabouts are currently unknown.
What? Why? Since when does Dottore have a bone to pick with him?
That is indeed the question. I'm not sure he does. He must have some other goal in mind.
This won't do. I have to rescue him.
You
Child
can't.
coming to my
we
rescue?
have no idea
Imagine.
where the Traveler is.
What am I supposed to do then? Stand here twiddling my thumbs?
Sandrone is working on it. The best thing you can do right now is complete your mission.
Fine. I guess I'll leave this to you then.
One last thing. Tell the Rooster to get the message out to the gods and citizens of every nation in Tevat. Beware. An uncontrollable pollution is spreading forth from Nod-Krai. The source of that pollution is a madman drunk on the success of his experiments. The Fatui and our allies will endeavor to contain the threat. However, if Nod-Krai falls, things are likely to escalate. Considering Dottore is one of our own, all Fatui stationed in Nod-Krai consider it our duty to stay and fight him to the bitter end. Whatever the cost.
Hey, don't be too pessimistic. If it comes to it, I'm sure Her Majesty won't stand by and do nothing.
Oh, you're
I
saying
hope you're right.
you're saying that Tsaritsa might even get involved. I assume that won't happen, but you're saying there's the potential. Orb.
You're right on time.
Thanks. Hey, do you think I'll get that gliding exam exemption? I made sure I was on my best behavior in Mondstadt. I landed well outside the city and walked in through the gates.
I'll help you apply, don't worry. For now, let's see what we have here.
What are the doctor's energy fields even made from? The usual attract and repel principles that govern Kuvaki don't seem to apply to them.
They are very mysterious, but ultimately, they appear to be comprised of energies from the 3 realms, thanks to research by Master and the Hexen Circle.
Alright.
We know that Tevat's 7 elements are derived from the more primordial power of the Light Realm, which is antagonistic with the power of the Void Realm. Since you have the power of the dragon Durin within you, I'm sure you can already tell that this energy field contains no abyssal energy.
That's true. It's not abyssal energy. It's something pure, wild, and untamed.
I've been thinking about something. Do you still remember the device that Dory supplied from the Academia when you and Miss Columbina fought Raria?
I do recall.
That was one of the most marvelous feats of ingenuity I've ever seen. The design, the craftsmanship, the material selection. I couldn't fault any of it. Not to mention the operating principles. Surely the most ingenious feature of all. Dory didn't go into detail on how it functions, but I have a working theory. The clue was that Miss Columbina was somehow able to use the pyro energy that you provided, despite the fact that, as a moon goddess, she should only be able to use light realm energy in principle. Now, all elemental energy is, of course, derived from light realm energy to begin with. Hence, I suspect that the device works by restoring elemental energy to its original state. This presumes a theoretical model of the 7 elements akin to that of light refracted through a prism. Perhaps it is no mere analogy. Maybe there is indeed a prism in this model. I almost wonder if the idea for the device was conceived based on direct observations of said prism. It would explain how such an ironclad design concept was achieved. It is at once a masterwork of engineering and a groundbreaking application of the Academia's latest elemental theories.
So where are you going with this?
I suspect only Lesser Lord Kusanali herself could have devised such an ambitious technology. But back to the energy field before us. If this is pure light realm energy, its relation to elemental energy is one of integration versus division. Or you could say that the former contains the latter. Could this mean that elemental energy can dilute the power of the light realm?
Should we give it a try?
We should.
So?
Ha! It works!
Clear signs of disruption were detected at the periphery of the energy field. This indicates that elemental energy can disturb or even negate the field. Now you try.
All right, here goes. It's working!
Switch to abyssal energy and attack again.
And?
No surprises there. Abyssal power drains the energy field to a significantly greater extent. I now feel confident in asserting that the energy field is indeed pure light realm energy, and that elemental energy can dilute it.
But the energy field is huge. How much elemental energy will it take to neutralize it?
We don't have to neutralize it completely. We can try other approaches. That's all for theory.
Like
Would
what,
you like
poking
to
a
continue
hole in
watching?
it? And then seeing if it can be destroyed from the inside?
Huh? When did you get here?
A while ago. But Albedo sounded like he was working on his thesis defense back there. Back in Sumeru. You can end a person's whole career by interrupting them mid-speech.
Very thoughtful of you. I'm truly touched. Could I ask you to lend me a hand?
With what?
A little test. Try using Anima to unleash a concentrated assault with circular blades, with the goal of breaking through at a singular point.
Nice! This time it tore through the field.
Tremendous. This is a major breakthrough.
Should we go through?
We
Not without a
probably
plan,
shouldn't risk
right?
having mutually antagonistic energies in such close proximity. Durin, you stay here and watch the entrance. Hat Guy and I will go in to investigate.
Sounds sensible to me. Keep your eyes peeled, Durin.
Don't worry, I got this. You two be careful in there. Just give me the signal if you need help, and I'll dive right in.
What do you mean, signal?
It's based on a new alchemical concoction I developed last month. When 2 bottles of it are smashed on the ground together, they emit a blinding burst of light. If it comes to that, remember to shield your eyes with your hat.
Glad I asked. Thanks for the heads up.
Alright, guess we're going in. You can actually look at the map. Oh god! Oh, and that one is massive. And that okay, we have a few pretty big ones, it seems. Yeah, that could be a problem. Anyway, enter the energy field.
Like I thought. Beyond a certain distance, we can't see the opening where we came in. Maybe that's to prevent people from escaping.
Sounds like Dottore style to me. Not much has changed. Things are basically the same here as they were before the energy field appeared.
What would be the point of the energy field if nothing's different?
They have no heartbeat and they're not breathing. We can only assume they're dead. But there are no visible wounds. Also, there's an animal squatting next to each body.
It's watching us. That's not an animal's gaze.
What are you trying to tell us?
Doesn't seem eager to talk. I guess maybe it's just an animal after all.
Let's keep looking around.
It's utopia. I don't see any utopia here. Look at all these animals. They're really just showing off how many different animals are in this game
Not
now,
a living
huh?
soul in sight. Just countless bodies with animals standing watch over them.
Well, I think we can safely rule out the possibility that they're all pets.
Is skirting around the topic your way of showing consideration for other people's feelings?
Just being cautious. I don't doubt that you can handle the truth.
Careful.
Oh.
Please. Help us. Please.
Over there. I hear a voice.
Everything's so blurry.
Please. Help us. Please.
What happened here?
I don't know. Suddenly, everyone collapsed. Then my line of sight got lower. I still have some of my senses
Distorted
left.
music too, yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
It looks like there's a huge experiment going on inside this energy field. Maybe each energy field is its own giant experiment. Vile.
He's swapping human minds with those of animals. Even without the other circumstances, this would be an extremely radical experiment.
This would still be an extremely
Those
radical
people may have
experiment,
lost
you
their
mean.
sense of selves, but they are not fully animals either. If they were, they would have left. But instead, their instincts are driving them to remain by their dead bodies.
We should go. No sense in sticking around here longer than we need to.
Yeah, before you end up getting
Agreed.
affected too, huh? Time to run. Why were you running to the exit?
Ah, you're back! Everything okay?
We saw some things that take a strong stomach. Otherwise, we're fine.
We should share our findings with the others.
Yes? Who is it?
Hat Guy and Co.
Miss Nefer, it's me, Albedo. We found a way to break through the energy fields. With enough control, it's possible to tear them open using elemental energy. Also, we managed to take a look inside. Dottore is carrying out his cruel experiments on an immense scale. Any residents who have failed to evacuate in time will likely meet a grisly end.
Sounds like he's living down to our expectations.
Hooray!
Might I ask how things are proceeding on your end?
I'm just about to get started. I'll be in touch once I have a result.
Understood. Stay safe.
I will.
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my tasks are complete.
What makes you think I'd need you to do that?
I'll need it. And considering the way you approach certain matters,
Alright, Nefer
I think you'll
time.
be better off with me present.
Let's begin. Entering simulation mode. A vast wasteland. Is this the Traveler's inner world? I was expecting something more vibrant, to be honest.
Hey, that's the scene where we saw Lumine and us
Wait.
chilling. Yep.
Someone's there.
What are you looking at? In that case, I'll look at it with you. I want to know all about everything you've seen and experienced. Is there somewhere I should return to? Or should I stay here and be the hero everyone says I am? I don't dislike my current life. Roaming the land, fighting battles, accomplishing missions, earning a living, looking after Paimon. It's not so bad. I guess the only thing that's missing is that you're not here with me.
This is the conscious layer, which contains a person's true feelings. It is filled with both longing and kindness.
I suppose anyone who lives long enough ends
Again.
up wishing for someone who can't be there.
They really want to make it
it's
clear
the only way we can feel truly
that the main
alive.
character speaks more in the most recent part of the story than ever before.
Time to delve a little deeper.
How deep is she going?
Nasha Town is hardly the optimal choice for a place to live.
We're back
but it
over
has
here.
character and a reasonable population density.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, don't be nervous. I was just thinking where might make a good starting point for your journey. Perhaps I should send you further afield. Conria, perhaps.
Conria ceased to exist long ago.
Once again, you fail to understand the possibilities that the Tri-Lune creates. Anything that has existed in the past, I can now recreate.
Oh, so you're just gonna recreate past stuff instead
You
of being
simply
creative.
do not wish to see that happen. That might be because you miss your sibling and fear getting answers that you are not ready to learn. But this is not for me to judge. If we are to collaborate, we need
yes,
to
of
maintain
course.
an
Thank you,
amicable
Gabe.
relationship. In a moment, you will be able to...
Oh no.
What are you...
Never.
What are you gonna do?
Don't move. Something unwanted has crept into... Oh? Gone as quickly as it came.
Did you save me?
If I hadn't cut the connection, Dotori might have caught you from the other side and destroyed you.
Oh, straight up destroyed, okay.
This was a good idea, but
Fun.
once is plenty. You were exceptionally brave. Excellent work.
Thanks, but now's not the time for that.
Albedo speaking.
I think I know where he is.
What is this endless darkness? I can't see anything, even though my eyes are wide open. But why? What happened?
You say your eyes are wide open, and then we just see the screen of you opening your eyes.
Sorry about
with that animation, very clear.
I take it you didn't notice. Just now, a friend of yours took a little peek into your mind.
Could it be Nefer? How did she do it? Did she use something as a medium to connect to me?
Do you think she's aware of your current circumstances? Oh dear. Have I stunned you into silence? I only wanted to slow down your time a little so I could stop your intruder in her tracks. It would have been nice to capture the spy. I must say, I'm finding the ability to adjust the flow of time rather intriguing.
Is that
the
so?
moment you closed your eyes, time seemed to grow impossibly viscous.
Might as well close my eyes, fair enough. Fair enough.
A whole month passed before you opened your eyes again, but only for you. No one else was affected. I dare say this is something only a god can achieve.
Well, ain't that lovely?
Point taken. You've proven once again that you have god-tier powers.
Oh, you misunderstand. This wasn't about proving a point. I was testing things out. I find I learn best by doing, and I have to admit, time is not the easiest dimension to control.
Why, thanks for using me as your test subject.
I only wanted to make you sleep for a short while, but it ended up lasting a whole month. Clearly some finesse is required to wield the authority over time as I wish. I hope you're not angry with me. It was only a month's discrepancy, nothing too serious. Had I been off by a year, a decade, or even a century, that would have been quite a different story.
You could have frozen me for millions of years. So much for collaboration. You aren't showing much sincerity.
Millions of years? To what end? I wonder if you don't understand humans all that well. They are very pragmatic creatures who understand only that which they can perceive with their senses. If I had you sit here for a week, I imagine people might sympathize. But if I left you here for 100, 1,000, or 10,000 years, the sheer size of that number would cause it to lose all meaning to them. They would not have the capacity to comprehend your suffering, and thus they could not empathize. Unfortunately, while gods do exist in Teyvat, it is ordinary
also, yeah, Tormy's welcome back from the lyric, by the way, I guess.
Their lifespans are so limited, their bodies so fragile.
It is not.
Did you ever really hope that they could begin to understand someone like you? Your long life and unique origins make you fundamentally different from them. How long will it be before they start to treat you like the alien you are? Before you are ostracized, outcast?
Why would they cast someone out who's a hero in multiple nations at this point?
Alien?
Even I feel bad for you sometimes. This world has made you into a slave. So many times you have served its will, and not once have the powers that be ever thought to grant you the one simple thing you wish for. You have been treated most unfairly. I can change that. I will grant you special privileges and give you back the status you rightly deserve as a descender.
Because we should totally trust the Doctor. Totally. Oh, Columbina time? Methinks it's Columbina time.
I've entered the past 3 times at this point, but I still have so many questions.
Humans suck.
For instance,
It is true.
beyond each point being further back in time than the last,
I guess that is true.
what determines the specific locations at which I can make entry? So far,
We have found that out many
the common thread
times.
linking all three scenarios is that the
In
traveler
both reality
has been
and
present.
fiction alike.
But it's more than that. I know I sensed something familiar around him. What was it? I'll keep this question in mind as I carry on.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
We're back to Rarier.
This looks like Star Sand Shoal. Was this before Rarier regained his physical form?
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
The cannon. That's right. I was at Silvermoon Hall and I sensed an abnormal Kuvagi fluctuation coming from Nasha Town. And right after that, came an ominous power emanating from Star Sand Shoal.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished.
I wonder if I could try to prevent his resurrection.
Highly doubt that.
But how would I do it? What can I do, here and now?
After all, we already experienced his resurrection in the present, so I doubt she can change that in the past right now.
Behind you! Look at that light!
No, I won't make it in time. He's using the Kuvaki shield, like I taught him. Is he going to use it to block the cannon's beam? He's strong. I'm sure he can manage. But the force released when the beam impacts the shield might lead to collateral damage. Easy Island. The Frost Moon Scions will be exposed to lethal levels of Kuvaki.
A question, if I may. Kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that?
Maybe that really was me after all. Well, future me.
Future, aka present.
I don't know if I have enough power left.
Love how it says present right there, to clarify.
There's no time. I have to make it. Oh, Frost Moon. Oh, great land. Oh, slumbering moonlight of Nod-Krai. If you can hear me, if you can sense my call, then please, heed me once more!
Hooray, we love mashing.
Did it work?
Columbina is not even part of reality anymore, and she's still exhausting herself to no end.
Hey, wake up. Hey, did you hear me? Columbina, I said wake up now!
Oh, good morning, Sandrone.
It's 3 in the afternoon, actually. And could you kindly not use my quarters as your personal nap room next time?
But I feel so safe here. And your coffee, right? It's so bitter, but it smells lovely.
It's like you were raised by wolves in a forest or something. What did you drink growing up? Grass tea?
The Frost Moon Scions certainly led a more frugal existence than the Fatui.
Then I'll bet you've never eaten one of these before.
and she'll so generously share.
It smells delicious.
Not out of the kindness of her heart, but just to show her just how much better she is than Columbina, right? She just wants to show Columbina how much better she is than her, not because she wants to actually share out of the kindness of her heart.
That's because it's a
Never.
Fontanian recipe.
Never
I had a
ever.
little free time today, so I made a batch. Rosaline will be here shortly, but if you really can't wait, I guess you can go ahead and...
And everything's gone.
Hey, at least let me finish before you start eating! Did the Frost Moon Scions not teach you basic table manners? Or did the rules not apply to you because you're the high and mighty moon goddess?
These are so tasty.
Of course they are. I made them.
I was worried they might contain traces of machine oil.
Damn.
What? You know, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. Why did you leave your old home and join the Fatui? I mean, I'm sure their food was awful. But there's gotta be more to it than that.
Well,
And she's totally not asking
life
because
there
she
didn't
cares.
go quite how I imagined.
What were you expecting? You're a god. Your followers are gonna make some demands of you, right? Surely you can just answer a few prayers here and there in return for the free food and drink. How bad can it be?
Well, would you help other people just for free food and drink? The doctor told me that you were created by a great mechanic, Lord something Fisher.
The Lord Artificer. Ugh, some people can't keep their mouths shut.
Oh, Lord Artificer. And didn't he have something to do with the, narcissist?
Narcissenkreuz Ordo.
Yes, that was it. Narcissenkreuz Ordo. So, would you try to fulfill their wishes?
You must be joking.
Hmm.
I wouldn't go even if they paid me. I don't even know them.
Exactly. Well, I felt the same way. I did not know the people who made demands of me.
What do you know? We're on the same page for once. In his later years, Alan did ask me if there was anything I wanted to do. If I had any wishes of my own. Well, I don't. And I'm not in any mood to fulfill someone else's either.
So you want to lead a worthless existence where you don't do anything?
He was the... You know what? Never mind. You're not gonna remember. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, neither of us is the self-sacrificing type. Let me ask you this. What sort of place would you like to live in, if you could choose?
A place where people don't ask me for things I cannot give them. Where they don't worship me, or fear me, but just want to chat with me like a normal person. I'd also like the freedom to come and go as I please. And ideally, it would be somewhere with the smell of coffee and snacks.
Not to burst your bubble, but no such place exists in the world. Now, take your snacks and scram.
Gotta love the flashbangs.
Did I pass out? Of course. I'm back here again. I dreamed of events from my past. Sandrone. Traveler. I miss you all so much. Back there. I guess I managed to harness all the Kuvaki energy on Hisi Island. But how did I do it? Time is flowing backwards here. And I can use that familiar power to enter the world of the past. That mystery ally everyone talked about. It was me all along. I can sense that there isn't much more power remaining up ahead. What lies at the end of all of this? Will time keep flowing into the past? And will I ever find my way back?
Does it ever loop back around to the present? That's the question we gotta ask. Do the thing!
It's getting harder and harder to use my power.
Everything is fine. Touch the thingy.
I'm no match for the abyss in this state. I need to avoid the contaminated fragments.
Simple enough.
Time to go. I wonder where I'll find myself this time.
The lighthouse, huh? Right, when the random books moved. That's what we're doing this time, right?
The Final Night Cemetery. This is where Flint's is based.
Or not?
Yep.
How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Difficult, yes. But it is also our most efficient option.
So Columbina also
like they're searching
figured
for
out which files to go
information.
through.
Oh, I remember. Flint's and Varka talked about some files on the Wild Hunt. Was this my doing too?
To expose the true intentions of this Rereer, we need to dive into Nod-Krai's history.
Are my actions changing the past? Or are they simply completing a process? Is all of this inevitable? Or am I the one making these decisions? If I choose not to help them now, will it change how things turn out?
The thing is, the fact that she helped here is what led to the present where she was able to go back in order to help here. So if she didn't help here, she wouldn't have been able to get to this position in the first place. Again, this is the class... I talked about this before, but it's basically a paradox thingy. Without her helping, she would have never been able to come here to help. So her helping must have always been part of the timeline.
Hope we don't land on our heads then.
They're my friends. I can't not help them.
Ghost!
And the other one was... here.
Hey! Another file's moving!
That should do it. Luanatar? You can sense my presence? Wait!
And we're back into the timeless void.
Luanatar. So she's that familiar presence I've been sensing all along. She's always been by the Traveler's side. That explains why the Traveler has been there each time I've entered the past. But why Luanatar? Is it because she has a connection to me as the Moon Goddess's familiar? If so, why not any other Kuhenki? That's...
So is future Columbina also the reason we even met past Columbina in the first place? Because I'm pretty sure it was connected to that one Kuhenki that we even met her in the first place, right? How curious.
I cannot sense any power up ahead. Just a void, stretching out into infinity. This is likely my final chance to enter the past. It's now or never. I have to find a way back.
Now or never, you say? Oh, flashbang! It hurts! Get it away!
Hisi Island? How far back in time is this? Where's Luanatar? I can't sense her presence this time.
Tifa and Aino reunited like that sure was heartwarming.
Traveler, Paimon. No. Stay calm.
Uh-huh.
I don't have much power left to change things. I don't even have that much time left here. Think, Columbina. How do I find a way back? A way back... to where? Do I go back to Moon Prayer Night? Or to the future that followed? And if I return in my current state, what will become of me then? Dotori's actions that day proved that he'd been planning that for a long time. He had already seized the power of 2 moon marrows before capturing me. Even if I managed to get back, how can I fight against him when he wields the Tri-Lune authority? I can't. If I go back like this, I'll be playing right into his hands. I have to find some way of rivaling the power he has usurped. Wait. Time flowing backwards.
Oh?
The Tri-Lune authority.
Does she have an idea?
Does that mean... I think I know what the final destination of this lunar reflection might be. I know what I must do.
Speaking of homes, we must already be close to where the Frost Moon Scions live. The vibe here feels different, just like the scenery.
But how do I communicate my plan to my friends? Should I write it down here? No. Someone else will see it. I need something with a close connection to me. Something I can use as a medium to tell them what's happened to me in here. Now it makes sense.
So did she summon? That's why she doesn't feel its presence right now. Did she summon it right here? Oh. Yup. Seems like it. She made it!
Hey, what was that? I feel like some sort of breeze blew by, and then the petals suddenly turned into... Huh?
It was I who brought Luanatar into being.
Yup.
I gave up a piece of my own soul to create her. That's why I could sense a familiar power from the moment I entered this space. It also explains why she's been present in every past location that I've entered. Because we have a deep connection.
Hey there! What's your name?
And the reason why there are no more gates to the past after this point is that Luanatar hadn't been born then. No wonder I sensed the trace of a blessing when we first met. But I still didn't recognize the soul hidden within you. Back then, I was just a little lost dove. I had yet to become Columbina Hyposelenia.
Go on now. We've got stuff to do. Best you find someone else to hang out with.
Hey, you scared it off.
I'll be counting on you. Remember to stay by the traveler's side.
Yup.
Guide him, and help him in my stead. Oh, and bring him to the garden where the moon prayer blossoms grow. There's a little lost dove there who will need his help. Go on. You too. Go, and live your story. As for mine must go in a different direction.
Ah, she'll be fine. She's a playable character. Oh, that's how this ends? Weird point to wrap things up. But I guess we're going straight into chapter 8.
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You could crush people like ants without consequence, or tear off their heads or limbs as you please. Believe me, such a life is but one small step away.
What point is he trying to make? Freedom?
Yeah, that felt...
The freedom to kill? To do evil and get away
It definitely felt like a very sudden cutoff point there.
Why would you offer me that?
The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment.
So I can
taken
also
my
understand
research
how
to the
you were
highest
shocked.
level, where I shall be not just a god, but also a servant to many sacred spirits. I shall heed the truth and perform holy deeds. A god's laboratory is the perfect playground. But it needs the right occupant to explore its full potential.
You stopped there and picked it back up from there, fair enough.
Mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with
I stopped a little bit
Descendants.
earlier than that, as you saw.
I'd prefer my first guest to be a distinguished individual such as yourself. And I know you could make the most of the opportunities it offers.
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. The same dilemma that Rerir once faced. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit?
Nah.
Rerir did. And look where it got him.
Have you made up your mind?
I can't do it. Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either.
Yes, Tormuse, this is totally a Doctor Who
reasons for the journey
crossover.
I'm on. And they aren't all selfless.
Which Doctor is he? Is he the the 127th Doctor? I don't know. Give me a random number for what Doctor he is.
You've grown a lot since we last met. But there are still things you are unwilling to compromise on. This will only hinder you. Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time to learn to be a less noble soul. That'll make things much easier for you.
I really doubt I could live that sort of life.
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the signs of the times.
Up to 15? No, I haven't followed the franchise at all. Neither have I.
Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much that I have yet to show you.
For now, I feel like we should not give in to any of his demands, but we should go along with whatever he wants to show
Now
us.
to that question,
Stall for time and all that, you know.
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
Huh.
This is most disappointing.
Also, you really thought that it would be that easy? Dude is a god now. I don't think stabbing him in the back would would have worked ever. Some wind and some pyro. Some animo and pyro combo. I see. Oh. Okay, but he has gravity. I'm pretty disappointed if I was impaled through the back too. Yeah, shame. It's so disappointing when you just get impaled randomly. Oh. Okay, I guess help is here. Thanks, hat guy.
A new face. Interesting.
A new face. Yeah, let's go with that. Despite being a god, Dottore still has no clue that he should have known who Hat Guy was. Such a shame. Even being a god didn't save him from forgetting his former comrade. Hat Guy? How did you get here?
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh?
You came all this way just to save me?
I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving.
Fair point. You just caught me by surprise. Thank you. Wait, you're injured?
It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue?
I'm more shocked that you caught the doctor off guard.
I owed you a favor back in Sumeru. Now we're even.
See, you get the thingy. It's like
distracting.
The main character is called Code.
I won't lie.
And he's called Err. You get the thingy.
He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. I'd hoped to use it to take him out. Ugh. I
was not
wanted to
very
obliterate
creative
someone
here.
more than I do right now. Dotori doesn't recognize me, but his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my operational principles. I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what I am.
So Dotori doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Irminsul. Did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving me?
Why the long face? Hey, I'm not blaming you, okay? And I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and killing Dotori are equally important goals. Everyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best you live to fight another day.
How are you holding up? Are you alright? Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field, and only meet up once it was safe.
Okay, at least the rescue mission is done. Now we just gotta take down Dotori.
You don't look injured. It seems that Dotori didn't do anything to you.
Item I want to name it. All my nameable things are food. You know what? Fair enough. Food good, food distracting. Yeah, I'm fine, guys, thanks.
Alright. Rescue operation complete. Let's head back. There's a lot more work to be done before this is over.
Title screen off. Yep. There we go. Act 8. True Moon. True Moon feels pretty climatic of a name, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks this name feels very, very climactic. For Nod-Krai. Find a way to make a breakthrough.
Understood. I will bear the Tsaritsa's decree in mind. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not stooping to Tartaglia's level.
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. That alchemist Albedo gave me a few ideas. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nazi-Kreuz Institute. René de Petrichor and Jakob Ingold. Alain Guillotin despised René's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with better alternatives either. So I adopted some of René's ideas.
Fair enough. Possibly that extra Dainsleif quest could be coupled with a Mondstadt expansion, potentially. Who knows?
I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and René were
We're still waiting on the
enemies, were they
Mondstadt
not?
expansion after all.
And what would you say if Linny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. He's dead, and I'm alive. So it's my call to make. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to decide what happens next.
I mean, true,
Hey,
but still.
come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your limbs?
Why are you so shocked? Why is she so shocked? Excuse me? Excuse me? What? And to talk about Dorman Port when he came back recently? True, yes, he did. Which would be the perfect time to, you know, introduce Dorman Port finally, before heading us off to the last nation.
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Sorry for making you all worry.
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui, were worried about you?
Yes.
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea parties.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and rescued the Traveler solo.
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, Hat Guy.
I mean, he was one of the Harbingers before they forgot him. Is he
really back?
Paimon?
Traveler! It's really you!
It's really me, Paimon. I'm back.
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon missed you so much!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Oh, Paimon's been having nightmares the whole time you were gone!
Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing better than watching a misty-eyed reunion between friends.
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Ino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
I guess most people. What?
I'm not sure Anefa can cry.
It's the thought that counts, though, right?
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here. Let's hug it out.
What? Ew, no. No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay? Knock it off.
Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. But the silver lining is, I didn't come away from this ordeal empty-handed. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dotori's current capabilities, and what he plans to do with them. Allow me to explain.
Time for the big intel drop. And then
the three moon goddesses were
we
even
can
more
potentially do
powerful than we
our
imagined.
counterattack soon.
No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods. Maybe even superior.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandrone has something to share too. Ma'am, perhaps you could do the honors?
Sandrone explains Columbina's situation and shares the findings of her research so far.
Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake. It always comes back to haunt you.
I knew she wouldn't give up.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight.
If only we knew that a fragment of her
Surely it
soul
must have
was
been
right
created
behind
for a
us.
specific purpose. But I fear the answers are
Right
buried
there.
deep into Vat's history, held by great powers beyond our reach.
It sounds like she's on a specific path through time, just traveling in the opposite direction to us. The question is, where does that path lead? Or will it keep going to infinity?
We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking, time is not infinite.
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole! You sure loved quietly sneaking in mid-conversation.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. Quiet, mysterious, and persuasive. You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, so too does time.
Nicole jump scare.
And so, the end of the road is the moment
Not
that
as good
Teyvat
as an
was born.
Alice jump scare, though.
But where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of reverse time began.
What about the original moons and the moon goddesses? Do they have a beginning too?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the 3 moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions of his will, manifestations of his majesty. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being. Nobody knew where they had gone.
Columbina time or backstory time? Because this is the Columbina loading screen normally, but I thought Columbina had reached the end of her journey back. Oh.
No more paths back to reality have emerged since. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for.
That's where you left off? Alright, thanks for the lurk.
The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy. They can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about me.
Investigate the anomaly ahead. Oh, yeah, that looks very abyssally, I will say. Oh, is that Rerir? Yeah.
Is that the ray here of Solnari? I can't believe he survived. How did he do it?
Well, let's say hello, I guess.
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I.
Okay,
The way you used my own power against me it was a brilliant strategy. And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see an old friend.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Oh, there goes the barrier, and now he attacks. Imagine.
Right. It was so long ago now. But we were friends once. When I first got here, I was filled with hatred, remorse, and rage. How I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart. I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my vengeance. But to no avail. This is a place with no exit. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds the moment I entered. But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body.
He is more powerful than he was back
because
then,
of
I
all
would
the
assume.
Kuvaki I absorbed in Nod-Krai.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything. But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun, it tried to slither into my shadow.
Tried to? So, you rejected it?
Yes. Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then I saw her.
Her?
Thalindis. My former lover.
Are we getting a rare redemption arc here? Is that what's gonna happen? I don't know how I don't know how likely that
More
is.
precisely, I saw her after image. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway, why have you come here?
Also, hi, Misty.
Didn't you know it was a dead end?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate,
how is it going?
My friends would have been in far greater danger.
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
Trust me, I really want to continue with Minecraft. I really, really do. Thing is, recently I've decided that I wanted to cut down on the number of streams a little bit, right? But there are certain games that I have to get to when they come up. Specifically this game, whenever it updates, I want to get through the story. Otherwise, I would have played Minecraft. I would actually prefer to play Minecraft over this game. I would. I would legit prefer Minecraft over continuing this game any day. The problem is that with this game, when there is a story update, I have to get around to it early in order to get the most rewards out of it, which is why I am playing this game. But yeah, once I have reduced the amount of VODs that I have on the backlog a little bit, so once my VOD backlog has decreased in size a little bit, and I don't have more of this ahead of me, I will be doing more Minecraft again. My VOD backlog is a good way of judging how much I've been overdoing it in terms of streams, you see. Because the way I handle my my stuff is, on any day that I'm not streaming, I publish one of my VODs to the archive on YouTube. And I've now hit the point where it's getting very close in between the VODs getting deleted from Twitch and then being uploaded on published on YouTube. To the fact that the oldest VODs that are currently here on Twitch, like, they have about 3 days left before they're deleted, and they're just now getting published on YouTube. That goes to show you how much the backlog has grown, because I've done too many streams. And this is the way I control myself and hold myself back, so I never hit the level of overdoing it where it would lead to burnout. That is how I control it myself. I just check how things look, upload, balance it, never get burnout. That's the plan. But yes, that is why Minecraft has been on hold a little bit. But once this is out of the way, and technically the Doki Doki stuff as well, then I will finally be able to do more of the Minecraft streams, which again, I will announce ahead of time as long as I'm able to. We'll see how it goes. But chances are that next week I will have to do more of this again. And then the week after that, the 2 weeks after that, I'll likely be doing Doki Doki Literature Club, because that also got stuff that I still have to do. Man. It just goes to show, whenever... Oh god, hi Bones. There's so much I want to do. There's so much I want to do and so little time to do it. That's the problem. There's so many different things I want to do on stream. Just all the different games I would like to stream and can't get around to because I have so many other games that are on my backlog for games I want to stream. It's horrible. It's horrible. And then again, getting to Minecraft as well. But yeah, fingers crossed that I will get through this Genshin stuff soon. Too many things, not enough stream time, exactly.
What?
You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't you? The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Alright, see ya, Misty. Thanks for swinging by.
Do you mean... Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. Also that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the Abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nod-Krai. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
So does that mean we might be teaming up with Rayrir? He was the big bad in Nod-Krai for quite a while. And now we're teaming up with him to fight a bigger bad?
Moon Goddess.
Is that what's going on here?
Ask a favor of you.
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it. But this is the only thing I desire now. Nothing else matters.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thelindis for me.
Thelindis? But...
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her afterimage. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here. Far, far ahead.
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space as you can. All I can see is a glimpse of her walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw her in life. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you. Whether you want to help me or not. It feels like something I ought to do.
Why?
Yeah. Why, indeed. I've been asking myself that question a lot recently. Why did I do the things I did? I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became.
He really wants to have that
People
redemption
used
arc,
me.
doesn't he?
And then I turned around and started using others. I hurt a lot of people. I think I grew tired of it long ago. But I wouldn't admit it to myself. And ultimately, that's how I ended up here.
What do you wish to tell her?
All he needed to turn his life around was a little bit of time in the timeout corner.
All of it. My past. My mistakes. Everything that happened after we were separated.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over. Just tell her the important parts. Whatever you think that means.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
It's up to you. Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thelindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide anything anymore.
I will do my best.
Well, there he goes.
There. The abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Well, that was easy.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him. But he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Why tell me this?
Because... if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Thank you. It means a lot. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but... don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
Yep. But I guess you will stay behind. This is your redemption arc. You're not getting to leave. Guess we'll just continue.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path.
Well, there she is.
Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can never meet.
They can never meet! They can never meet! You would think a game that earns this much money could spell check and not write, and yet they can never meet.
Miss Delindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before.
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
No.
He's doing better than he was.
There is a real world, though it would not be called by spell check. I mean, okay, but they could have had someone proofread their stuff, is what I'm saying.
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Others have had a rough time on his account too.
Meet.
In many cases.
That would be even
their
better.
Time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what happened, Miss Columbina?
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long.
Why not? You're basically trapped here for eternity.
Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you, but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going over all these years.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting. I'm not sure how to put my feelings into words.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me. So, I guess I'll be...
Wait. One moment.
Oh?
Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless...
Yup.
Are you one of the moon goddesses?
That she be.
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going? And it's not just me, it's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. Where is it going? I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating, only to be torn apart the moment I entered by powerful energy currents. Only my soul remains now. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I may have been the leverage it needed to control Rerir. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow.
Again, one day we will see
I came to the
Conria.
conclusion that time in here flows in reverse.
Especially now, they keep talking about how Conria is gone, but now they bring up all this time flows in reverse stuff. And we have seen the entrance to Conria, the old gate.
Rerir was one of the Finster King's retainers.
They're definitely
With me,
setting up that we're
he
gonna
was
go
in
to
an
Conria.
impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy. So I thought I'd use this place to return to the past. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first found the princess. It was only after meeting the princess that the Finster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting her and solve everything. I couldn't kill the Vinster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rayrir. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our realm. I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the Abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I didn't even survive the journey here. Not physically, at least. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different.
Yup.
You can make it, and I want to help you.
But
I
how
owe you that
can
much.
how can she help us?
How do you
is the
plan to
question.
help me? Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears. I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this phase ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to begin with Nibelung, king of dragonkind. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point. But if it's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking.
Understood. Thank you, Miss Delindis.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death,
Well, that's a
what
kind
use would my
name to give it,
deductions
I
be?
guess.
Thanks to you, they have some meaning. About Rayrir, I'm so sorry. For everything.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina.
Up, off we go.
And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rayrir, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
That must suck, knowing they're so close yet so far apart for eternity.
How long
fun.
have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be found? Everything's getting blurry.
Skill issue.
Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
Are we actually gonna get to see the other moon goddesses? The ones who have died? Well, ain't that something?
How exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it be a little harder to get rid of major creations like moons?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later born.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on the moon, but doesn't Columbina say she was born in Nod-Krai?
You're right!
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words, 4 moon marrows.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right now.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. She's on her own for now.
So what do we do?
At least she's trying her best to get back to us.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll find a way. Because we really need her power. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. It wouldn't even be close. That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone or something that can stop him before he does anything worse. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend and I want her back safe and sound. It's just the truth.
But that's part of it, isn't it? It's definitely part of it.
And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but I don't have a better solution.
We're not giving up on saving her.
To be fair, she was
defeat
caught by
Dottore or
surprise that time. This time we can turn things around.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned on saving Columbina.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help save the world. This is about multitasking. We want to save both.
So, she's more than just a moon goddess to you guys?
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the king! And you are too, you know.
Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. I mean, if Arlecchino can fit in, I certainly can.
Yes.
Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. But I think I'm still lacking certain information about the moon. I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is, I've run out of computing power.
Computing power?
Oh?
You need more energy?
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that the whole process has just ground to a halt.
That's a tricky problem.
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. My guess is that he used the primordial sea's power. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. What's worse, they're incompatible. And, to top it all off, we can't even leave Nod-Krai.
Yeah, so we can't get access to the primordial sea because we'd have to get to Fontaine for that.
This is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this... Well, no, the design bureau's a bust as well. Curse that Dottore! Couldn't have made this harder for me if he tried.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a bite to eat and take a break? Maybe something will come to mind after you've cleared your head.
You don't get it, do you? I'm trying to calculate the fate of an entire world here. And I need accurate results, not vague prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that? Ahem. Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulties. Being a killjoy isn't very ladylike, after all.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
I guess it's time for a break segment, huh?
Guy, is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private.
Let's go somewhere a little more private, you say? Okay, then. What do you want to do? What do you suggest?
You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah, she mentioned she was planning to head back.
Things aren't looking good for Nod-Krai. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, There are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet.
Uh-huh.
One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottoro's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he began studying the moon goddess's powers long before he even tried making a god. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, he devoured the moon where I failed. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar.
Yep, I know of that.
I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way. But creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind of power Dottore craves. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense and hoping they can fend off any threats that spill out from Nod-Krai. Either way, Dori will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn.
I realize there's no way I'm getting to the boss fight part of this, which means I'll be missing out on the new weekly boss for 2 whole weeks.
The 7 will have some recourse available.
Imagine that.
If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Nod-Krai has. So on the bright side, even if Nod-Krai is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nod-Krai yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called being greedy.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and your resolve will shatter.
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way,
I myself will do that.
Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in saviors.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here. Only you.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. That's gotta be a bitter pill to swallow. Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, but how to achieve it. And as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. If the world's taught me anything, it's to think before I act. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore, no matter what it takes.
Yep, no, I'm totally on board with that, too.
So, what's your plan?
He needs to be murderized.
I'll get to that. First, tell me, what do you think of Sandrone?
Just like Paimon said, she's a friend, part of the gang.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question. Think carefully before you answer.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra mile for Columbina. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the 3 of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem.
Does this have anything to do with the giant machine you were part of in the past that was powered by a Gnosis? Actually, multiple, I think.
It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that? Come on, let's go talk to her.
Well then. Oh great, can't even teleport, so we gotta walk. I can't interact with the door, I have to interact with the little light thingy in front of the door.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their things. How did your chat go?
That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quickly as we could.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my knowledge proved useful after all.
Albedo examines Sandrone's notes.
If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the 4 Orthants.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve it?
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
You overestimate me, Albedo.
Actually, you're not wrong. He found the person with the solution.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yup.
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is paying off big time.
I think, again, it might have something to do with him getting turned into a mechanical god in the past.
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come here?
Come with me.
Hat Guy? What's happened to him?
Hat Guy! Can you hear us? No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me.
So you just... Okay, it has nothing to do with the mechanical god thing, you're just using him for extra computing power, is that it?
Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to everything?
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers.
Yeah.
It's very bad manners.
True, complete strangers, totally.
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
Where does a mere student get that kind of confidence?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. She recognizes no one's skills but her own.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me, how do you propose to solve my computing power problem?
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of... Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from Pontaine's. It's a completely different system.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. He's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations. It was built using wood from a silver white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood.
Hmm.
Who in the world could have built you? Are you
Would
sure
you like
about
to know?
A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long, it might not recover. You could die if you do this. You do realize that, don't you?
Yeah, but only if he's left in that state for too long.
I can put 2 and 2 together. Yes. No need to rub it in.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before. I cannot guarantee your safety.
Doesn't matter. I'm prepared for the worst.
Did you two actually talk this through? Is he... Are we really considering this?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me, and I trust you. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula. I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you a sketch right now. This is what the core looks like.
A silver white branch. It certainly matches the legends told about Irminsul.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right? Right?
He'll be fine.
In theory, he should be fine. As long as we put his core back in time. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure the core doesn't sustain any damage.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's protected until the process completes.
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two, and the Traveler. And the Traveler will have other work to do.
Look after Hat Guy for me.
He will have our undivided attention.
Aww, Hat Guy.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once the results are out.
Centrone returns to her initial question. She and Albedo enter an in-depth discussion. You and Paimon and Durin stand next to Hat Guy, keeping watch over his silent body. You've never seen him in this state before.
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A quiet death should have been my fate long ago. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. I never believed it could be a true replacement for what I sought. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think about it. It's like the punchline of my entire life. Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, then this would just be another samsara. I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that expression? Isn't this a good thing?
Sandrone will succeed, won't she? She has to.
I mean, for plot reasons, yes, she has to.
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until the moment of victory arrives.
You suddenly feel like the concept of time has become blurry. It rushes forward for you, yet marches backwards with every step that Columbina takes. Silent yet turbulent. Dotori's words echo in your ears. These 4 divisions anchor the world and shackle those who live in it. He may be deranged, but he understands well the rules of the world, which now test you all. Okay, where are we going now? Oh.
Who are you?
Back to this.
Call me Sonnet. You have the same power as Canon. Sonnet.
Yup,
So,
Moon Goddess time!
You're the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh, goodness! You recognize me? Well then, What's your name? Columbina.
Are we gonna get to see them all?
Columbina Hyposelenia. Hyposelenia? What a lovely name. Did you choose it yourself? It was a joint effort between me and my friends. Friends? You mean your friends in the heavens? Huh?
Nope.
Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I apologize. Hang in there. Let me introduce you to my older sisters. Do you mean the other two moon goddesses? Arya and Canon? Wow, you sure know a lot. Hey, does that mean that our story goes on into
Yes,
the
she has low
future?
selenium. Not to be confused with hyperselenia, where she has too much selenium.
Oh, I guess that wasn't the best question to ask. It's alright. We were prepared for that possibility. You could say we were too prepared. I can't even remember how long my sisters and I have been here by this point. When did you get here? How long has it been? I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever. I see. Are you feeling alright? You look a little unwell. I can hold out a while longer.
Wee.
Yep. We don't have far to go.
Oh.
The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead.
Yeah, I can see them.
Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you.
You walk very slowly. Can I just walk ahead of you? I'm worried that I'm gonna skip dialogue if I walk ahead of you, like I so often do.
Sisters! I'm back! And look who I've brought with me!
Why, hello there.
It's our lovely little sister, born in the far future. The pleasure is all mine. Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hyposelenia. This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon.
Not so eternal now, considering the moon is destroyed and she is dead.
And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon. Canon, don't you think Hyposelenia's power is similar to yours?
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please, forgive our little sister if she's been annoying you. She tends to talk a lot.
It's fine.
You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina Hyposelenia. No one can hurt you here.
Could you tell me where here is? Please. I must know.
My dear sister, this is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
What?
Ah, welcome to prison.
You're scaring her, Canon. No, I'm fine. Please, continue.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to maintain Tevat.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond, to explore worlds vaster still.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first, nor did they seem to harbor ill intent towards this world. We coexisted in peace. They were like a guest in our home.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
Ah, of course.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Teyvat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. Or perhaps they feared them. They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power, to punish the civilizations of the world below.
Only this was far beyond mere punishment.
Right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too great. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still, too many lives were lost.
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King, Nibelung, returned.
And that's when you had split opinions.
And so began the War of Funerary Flame.
So, that's the name the world gave that war in the future.
Well, who won in the end? As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won. Although it came at a great cost. They remained in Teyvat, where they continue to rule to this day. And the world's original master, the Dragon King Nibelung, was destroyed.
And what of the moons? Are there still 3 moons in Teyvat's skies?
Nope.
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age. We are prepared for the answer.
Only the Frost Moon remains. But it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the Heavenly Principles. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war.
So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But you're still here, aren't you?
In this
a
little
moon
prison.
Goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the Frost Moon is cut off by the false sky. How much worse it would have been if it were outright destroyed.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but if our moons are destroyed,
then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it.
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner, rather than arguing amongst ourselves.
all the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help our future sister.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over.
Yep.
Is that not why you are here?
Yep, she's trying to get back. Oh god, the flashbangs again.
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And identify nodes of potential change. Secondary process? Scan for moons. Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all along? Variables. Variables in the world. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Are there any variables there? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be... Wait.
Okay.
I've got it. If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just made that assumption ourselves. Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care if they're natural or artificial. Get them out of my search results! Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Teyvat, even after excluding the moon marrows.
Huh.
But we know for a fact that 2 of them are dead. Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap that. Narrow it down to moons that have lunar authority and remain alive. Why? Why is it still 3?
I mean, they are technically alive in another plane right now.
Is this Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 moon sisters?
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power, opening the moon gate at her command. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave, and why time flows in reverse there.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return, but we have no way of knowing how, when, or where this might happen.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat. We cannot afford to simply wait for her.
So you're saying, if she could return by her own power alone, she would have done so long ago.
Especially because time
She
flows
certainly
differently. She
wouldn't
would have
leave it
returned to
this late
whichever
stage
point in
when
time
it's
she
so
needed
touch
to.
and go. I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luanatar might be an anchor that she left behind, as a sort of future waypoint. This could also explain why Luanatar is always by the traveler's side.
Sounds like
That
a
is a correct
plausible
guess.
theory. If that's the case, there must be some criteria we need to fulfill to allow Columbina to return to the present. The question is, what could they be?
Hello? Listen up! This is extremely important!
Sandrone frantically relays her great discovery. Next, Nefertiti presents the hypothesis. When the mystery finally starts to unravel, everyone starts to remember what joy feels like.
Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form unimaginable to us. I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Teyvat sky.
Truly amazing. Oh, I'm so delighted for her.
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight by our side.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else to slack off, okay? All of you had better keep trying to think of solutions.
How can the dead moon still live? And Luanatar.
What has she done indeed? Well, let's find out, I guess.
It's hard to believe that's what will happen in the distant future.
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Teyvat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Teyvat. That's so lovely. I always wanted to go down there and have some fun.
Have you ever tried leaving this prison?
Of course. Between us, we've tried everything. But no matter where we go, this space will eventually bring us back here.
It's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately converges here, at the moment when Nibelung imprisoned us.
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the real world?
Sorry? What are those?
They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using Kuvaki. Or am I the only one who can use those passages? Because part of my soul remains in reality.
Kuvaki. What is that?
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy found only in Nod-Krai, the land from which the moons arose.
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the part of Teyvat you say is called Nod-Krai. But there is no difference in the elemental energy between there and anywhere else.
What?
Could you show us some of this Kuvaki hyposelenia? Maybe if we see it, it'll make more sense.
Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Nod-Krai. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
So we're saying that Columbina is stronger than she thought.
How curious.
Her power seeping into the entirety of a nation.
This certainly did not exist anywhere in the world before we were imprisoned.
Let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly does it affect them anyway? Can they float in the air like us? This is so strange. Why would their reality differ so much from mine?
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of here, aren't you?
Yes. If I am to help my friends, I will need tri-lunar authority on par with that of our foe. You mean... you'll need our power?
This sounds extremely risky. The three moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess will be a very painful process.
Yay, pain.
And if anything goes wrong, it could tear you to pieces.
I know. But I'm willing to take that risk.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. How will you take it outside this prison? Nibelung constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to interfere in his war.
But did he ever consider that you could unify your powers?
No moon goddess can leave this place alive.
If you say that unifying the powers into one goddess is so risky and you wouldn't do it, then maybe he considered the same thing and thought, they wouldn't do that.
What if I don't leave alive?
Oh, but she has to leave alive, because she's a playable character.
How are we supposed to figure out what we're meant to do to help Columbina?
Columbina? What do you need from us?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us a message? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet somewhere in the hopes that we'd find it, do you?
Seems unlikely. Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about issues like this.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Reikir of Solnari, and with whom we celebrated Moon Prayer Night. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things, even our unique strengths and abilities. So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago, what would she do? Oh. Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar was born. What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just as an anchor to the real world, but for some other purpose? If she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her.
Oh yeah! Like when you peeked into Rarer's past through his heart!
Nefer, wait! If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eyes, they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes.
But again, probably worth the risk.
Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This is the only way.
Hooray for willfully blinding yourself.
We spoke
Not like
about
I
this
haven't recently seen that
a
in
long
another
time
game
ago.
I've streamed.
Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours to run.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehoda. Promise me.
Yes, Boss Neff. I promise.
Are you sure you don't want some time to think this through?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rerir. Frankly, it's almost criminal that I got away with it for this long.
Then at least let me take some precautions on your behalf. And if you really do lose your sight, I'll visit your office every day and make sure you're well looked after.
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to scare me into backing out?
As if I could ever scare you. I'll assume you're just joking to calm your nerves.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's do this.
Time to blind Nefer. Hooray.
All done.
Good. Now give me some space. Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Oh, and we're back here.
Between the Tri-Lunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the sole surviving moon, the Frost Moon, I think I might know how to get back. But I will need my sister's help. Time to go talk it over with them.
I could pause here. But is this a good pause point? I mean, I'll have to pause sooner or later, and this is probably as good an opportunity as I'm gonna get, isn't it? What do you think? What do you think, chat? We are a decent chunk over the 3-hour mark. I'm not sure when I'll get to another spot where I can pause. So I think this is the best opportunity that I'm gonna get, and I should make use of it now. Yeah, probably for the best. That means we'll continue next week again. To be honest, fair enough. But yeah, next week we'll hopefully get through the currently available story, because again, there's a new weekly boss. And just by the fact that I still haven't completed the story quest, that makes it 2 weeks I've been missing out on the new weekly boss and all the drops you get from it. But yeah, I'm assuming next week I'll be able to do the weekly boss. Or unlock the weekly boss and then also do it for the first time. I imagine. I would hope. For now though, let me grab these achievements real quick. And then we'll go ahead and see if we can't raid someone. Let me set it up. I gotta open everything first and foremost, because again, while I'm playing Genshin, I close out of everything. So I don't even have my didn't even have my stream manager open in the first place. But now it is open. And you know what? I think we haven't raided Alex in a bit. So, sure, let's raid Alex. And then I'll see you all, presumably on Friday, as we continue with FNF again. And then on Saturday as we get back into my favorite game on the channel right now. That being obviously Last Defense Academy. But yeah, for today, that's basically all we have over here. So yeah, see you around, everyone. Have a good one and goodbye. And if you're watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, then your support has also been greatly appreciated. And you know what? You can catch me live in the future if you so choose. All you have to do is check the video description down below for a link to my Twitch, where I stream every single Friday and Saturday, sometimes other days of the week too on a more regular basis. And if you're looking for Genshin content, I always stream this game whenever it's been updated with new voice-acted story content, be it for an event or for an actual Archon quest or story quest or anything. If it's voice-acted, it's important enough to be streamed. But yeah, that's it. There's of course no pressure for you to swing by. There's only something you can do if you want, but it would certainly be always nice to have more people on board. That's it from my side for today though, and maybe I will see you around in the future. Until then, have a good one and goodbye.